Mega Verma Art. So she said, if you're interested in toys, superheroes, Legos, etc., as a man, and you needed to get your testosterone checked, these hobbies have something in common. They are juvenile. They are meant for children. There is zero risk or skill involved. In fact, even little boys should not have these hobbies, and when they do, they are rightly bullied by other little boys. Hobbies like hunting, fishing, carpentry, golfing, surfing are masculine because they are taking risks, athletic, or building something useful. Healthy men live in the real world, not in gay little fantasies. Get a grip. Okay, so that's what she was saying. Now, obviously, there's a little bit of a balance. Like, when you're a 50-year-old man, you shouldn't just be talking about like Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles the whole day or something like that. But it's absolutely fine for men to have hobbies. It's like, these people, they always claim that they're like traditional women, but it's like, what do you want me to be doing? Like, just hanging out at the strip club all day, watching your OnlyFans page, is that what you want? But that it's like hobbies apparently aren't good. Well, I guess she's saying you can just do sports. That's it. And I think sports is good too. I like sports. I play pickup games, every once in a while. I pick up Whoppers, pizzas, other things. No, just kidding. But anyway, in all seriousness, that was a horrible dad joke. But in all seriousness, though, it's like, yeah, these women want men to have no joy in their lives, right? But it made me kind of think a little bit, right? Because you might think it's like kind of gay that men like collecting comic books, collecting coins, collecting stamps, other things like that. Having, I guess, intellectual hobbies, reading. You might think that's gay, but it's like, what's even more gay than that? Talking about Snow White 24/7 when you're like a 50-year-old man. You know what I mean? Like, there's people like that, guys. Like, I see this post right here. Let me show you from Shadiversity. He says, I've just seen the new Snow White and it was garbage. I've just seen the new Snow White and it was garbage. Every story payoff conclusion is robbed of any justification or authenticity, leaving you with a feeling of emptiness where you wonder what you're even watching in this pointless, soulless slop. The worst parts of the film are, okay, I don't want to even read the whole thing. It's like, okay, shut up, dude. I don't care. Okay. I'm just gonna walk away. It is kind of weird, it's like, I don't know, Shad's not 50, he's like 40, but it's like, come on, dude, like, and I guess like it's a little okay maybe to talk about it every once in a while. Like, I think he is a dad, he's married, so it's like, okay, that's, you can talk about it once or twice, but these guys, they've been like milking it, for months on end. They've been talking about Snow White, once upon a time, like Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, all these people, they were talking about like Avengers movies, Star Wars. I actually understand that. It's like, yeah, okay. I mean, it makes sense why you talk about that stuff. And I always kind of wondered, like, especially when it's the summer, when it's the summer. What month is it? June, I think. That's when it's like, I guess, like the gay month or something. And then there's like these people where they walk down the street wearing like thongs and stuff. And I always wonder, and there are, because I know I was talking to a guy I know who's gay, and I was asking him about that. And he's like, oh, I hate that so much. It's so annoying. It's like, why do you guys do that? And it's like sometimes, people, they show their sexuality too much. It's like, it's like the people, and it's not just with gay stuff too, right? There's like people where they have to constantly tell you that they're Christian. Like, there's two types of Christians. There's like the Christian where you figure out they're Christian because of how they act and how they live, and just like how they talk to you. And then there's like the other type of Christian where you realize they're Christian because they're always telling you they're a Christian. You know what I mean? So anyway, it's kind of the same thing, like with the gay stuff, right? Like, you see Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and the dude's literally like 45. I'm not making this up. He says, I walked out of Snow White. And Eric debunks, who is a homosexual, like he's a literal gay man. He just said, this just in. Adult man is so upset that a children's movie about princesses wasn't great after spending years trashing it and having to watch it alone out of shame. I can't even. Sorry, I'm like having trouble. I'm having trouble reading this with a straight face. But this is a gay man telling this to Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. He said, didn't like it and had to walk out a full theater full of families and children. This thumbnail is the chef's kiss. These men are pathetic. Yeah, like, dude, a gay man is telling Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers he needs to get his testosterone checked. Like this is what I'm talking about. You know how there's people where they like project their sexuality too much. You know, they walk down the street and they've got like a thong on. It's like, okay, this is too much. Like, come on, man. They're like blasting the YMCA on a boombox. It's like, okay, I get it. All right. But then that's like literally what Jeremy's doing here. You know, he's projecting so much. It's like, dude, like even Eric debunks is uncomfortable. He's like, you're a grown man talking about princess movies. So you know, going back to this comment, right? You know, there are like I was saying, you know, I actually kind of understand why some people like Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers sometimes can become gay, because it's like there's these overbearing overbearing women, you know, like this woman here on Twitter, this mega woman, where she's like, you know, saying if you're interested in toys, superheroes, Legos, etc., as a man, you know, you need to get your testosterone checked. It's like, mega, honey, like, have you even heard of like FNT? You know, have you heard of Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers? Have you heard of As? Like, these guys are literally crying about the Snow White movie. Like, I think that, like, our society needs to take a few steps back. Let's not get too mean, you know, to comic book nerds, to people who like building Warhammer models. You know, it's like, I think we need to address something else. Like, there's this group of people, of closeted gay men, where even like the actual like gay men don't want them. You know, they're like, you guys are too effeminate for me. This is weird. Like, it creeps them out, you know? And because they just like talking about Snow White all day. So I think Mega needs to meet all of these people. And I think maybe she needs to sit down and talk to them. I think she needs to sit down and talk to Nerdrotic and ask him to get his testosterone checked.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Serious crap.
Thanks for taking the time to watch this clip. Catch me live on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Have a great rest of your day, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.